Hey guys, it's me, it's your best friend, it's Carbot, and last week I went to Germany and I got to go to Gamescom and that was pretty awesome. I played Mephisto and I played Tychus Co-op Commander and some other stuff and all sorts of things. Actually, I played the new Smash game too, that was pretty cool. But anyway, we're going to talk about Mephisto in this video and compare him to our It'd Be Cool If and just my overall impressions and my feedback on Mephisto. But before we get to that, I just want to mention that there's this join button below the video here. It's next to the subscribe button, and it's a new feature that YouTube has rolled out recently, and I thought I'd give it a try. Basically, if you click that, you can join the Carbot crew. I'm going to say it all flashy, so you want to join the Carbot crew. But you can join the Carbot crew, basically support us every month. And you get these little emojis that you can use in, I think, in YouTube chat and also the comments, I think. I might be mistaken. But on live streams and stuff like that. You also get a badge next to your name showing that you're supporting us for X amount of time. And the longer you support us, the greater the badge becomes. And also some unique Carbot wallpapers that we're going to continuously create a bigger library for both your desktop and your mobile phone. And to be perfectly honest, guys, if you can support an animation channel, I'm not saying this one, it could be anyone, just any animation channel on YouTube. Animation channels do kind of get the short end of the stick. Actually, they very much get the short end of the stick because YouTube's revenue is no longer based on views, really. It's more so watch time and I think something retention, but also I think it has something to do with upload frequency. Anyway, if you know animation, you know that's almost impossible to do for frequently uploading and also to have long watch time, because to do a minute of content for animation takes a long time to do. And so when you do have the opportunity to support an animation channel and it's something that you want to do and you're in the position to do, then yeah, take that opportunity. Let them know that you love their stuff and help them out, you know. And if it's honest, that's pretty cool too. But I mean, any animation channel, honestly, any animation channel, they would super appreciate it just because the way the ad revenue works for YouTube. But anyway, that's a side note. Let's talk about Mephisto and Heroes of the Storm and our impression. Well, my impression, actually, my personal opinion. And I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to talk about all the things I like and all the things I don't like. So here we go. Mephisto and Heroes of the Storm. Let's compare him first to our one for It'd Be Cool If. He is nothing alike our It'd Be Cool If. And I'm a little disappointed right off the bat, I'll be honest, that I really felt like Mephisto should have been a support character or a specialist. And the reason for that is because there's three prime evils. They're the three brothers. Diablo, Mephisto, Baal. Diablo's the Lord of Terror. He's a tank. Baal is the Lord of Destruction. So I assume when he's ever in the game, I say when because I'm pretty darn sure at some point he will be an assassin. He's the Lord of Destruction. He has to be an assassin. And then there's Mephisto. He's the eldest. He's the guy with the plans. He's the guy that kind of, not choreographed, what's the word I'm thinking? Conducted. No, that's the wrong word. But Diablo 2, the whole plot, he's the guy that's like kind of pulling the strings and freeing his brothers from their prisons. So he's the plan dude. He's the eldest and he's not the most powerful, but he's smart. All right, so I felt like he should have been a support or a specialist because of that. And so we did like he had like a bouncy lightning he could shoot and bounce off walls, which I thought would have been kind of cool. But he had a mist ability that would act as a bush. And then what was the other thing? Malice it was called, where you would cast it on an ally hero or yourself, and it would heal for a bit over like 3 seconds. But as you attacked, it refreshed its healing duration. So it was like a combat healing. You had to keep attacking to keep up the duration to refresh it over and over again. So he was a support character. And his alts were like a Hellgate, which had like a 10-second resurrect, and then they would die again, and then they'd be like Super Saiyan, and then the other one was friggin' summon the Travinkle Council, whatever they're called. So he was very much a support character, the way we saw him, the way we did him in It'd Be Cool If. However, we got an assassin, which I'm a little bit sad at because there's a lot of assassins, and for the other reasons I said too. There's a lot of assassins in Heroes of Storm. So right off the bat, to be honest, I was disappointed. That's the long-winded answer. I was disappointed, and now here's some more negativity. So I'm trying to be I'm just being brutally honest as possible. And when I saw his abilities and his alts, I liked the Lightning Nova, the Ring Lightning. I think that was really cool. Looked really cool, and he does use lightning in the game. And I thought that was a kind of like a skill shot, almost a consistent skill shot around him, because it doesn't damage people within the ring or outside the ring, just where the ring is. So just in that circumference, that perimeter, not the inside or the outside. So you do have to make sure you're just the right distance away from someone, which is the actually equivalent to your attack range. So I like that ability right off the bat. I thought it was really cool. But the other two abilities, I was like, okay, I guess. It was a Skull Missile and the teleport one. I forget what it's called. But you teleport, and after 2 seconds, you come back. And Skull Missile it's like a slow, it's a skill shot, and it slows people down and it pierces through enemies. So it wasn't too interesting at first glance. I thought it was, okay. I was a little bit skeptical. And then I played him at Gamescom. He's actually live in the PTR right now, so you can go try him out yourself instead of watching the speed animation and my thoughts, because these are just my thoughts. So then I played him, and he was a lot more different than I expected him to be. On paper, he sounds somewhat plain, other than the lightning ring thing. Somewhat plain. He has a teleport, he shoots and slows people, and then he has the lightning ring. And his trait, by the way, is that the more people he hits with his spells, it lowers the cooldown of his spells. So it's a little bit like Illidan's, except for his spells and by his spells. So after playing him, though, there's a lot of strategy to him. If you have to land your spells, or else you're not going to be doing the damage you need to. On the flip side, as you're damaging them, the more you damage them, the more you get to damage them. So it's a very kind of, I wouldn't say it's snowbally in a match, but it is pretty snowbally in a fight, like a single fight. He's not good one-on-one. He's okay at getting camps. It depends if the camps are ranged or not. Because if they're ranged, then they'll stay within your, like where your lightning ring is. If they're not, they'll run right up to you and they won't get hurt by that lightning ring. And that's like the main source of your damage. That's the bulk of your damage, is that lightning ring. So he's not so good at getting camps. He's not so good at one-on-ones. But he is amazing in team fights. He's really, really good. I think every time I played him, which was about 5 times, I think every time I was top damage. And then I just started to just mess around a bit or whatever. But there were still people that, even though I was top damage, they passed me at certain points. I can't remember what characters there were, but so he's not like overly OP. I do think he is pretty OP given certain circumstances. He can be amazing. I could imagine a scenario where it's like you do Frost Ring, and then with Jaina, and then Mephisto appears in the middle and does Lightning Ring. And then Zul'jin does his circular axe throw thing, whatever it's called, I can't remember. And so there's a circle of death. Just literally, the circle is death. So he has quite the interesting skill ceiling. His alts, so there's the one where he reveals everyone alt. He automatically damages them and reveals them. It's like an apocalypse for Diablo, except you will hit them no matter what after like 2 seconds of channel time, 2.5 seconds of channel time, and then you're revealed for the next couple seconds or something. So it allows your teammates to jump on them. It could be a finishing move. It does decent amount of damage. It does like triple the damage of Apocalypse, I think. So there's a spider on my monitor. There's a spider on my monitor. Okay, hopefully he'll stay there so I can get him later. But I'm not going to chase him now. So it's kind of like, it's not that interesting, again, on paper, but it's still really fun to do in game. I think Pally Time got like 3 kills from it. Everyone was almost dead. They were running away. If you're watching his stream or his VODs, and I think he got 3 kills by using his ult. And there's certain characters. This is the other kind of weird thing about it. There's certain characters that can just avoid the damage, and there's other characters that can do nothing to avoid that damage. So it's kind of a coin toss when it comes to what characters you are against Mephisto. So there is some counterplay because he does channel it, so someone can stun him or kill him before he's done channeling it. Like if you're a Diablo on the other team, you could Apocalypse and stun him as soon as you see that mist go above your head that he's going to hit you. So there is some counterplay to it, even if you don't have some sort of protection on yourself. The other alt, the Endurance of Hate, needs to be buffed, to put it bluntly, I think. Then again, with that said, I've only played 5 times, so we'll see. You know what I mean? Like maybe people will figure it out. I do think it will be buffed, just because basically it's kind of like Malfurion's Entangling Roots, except before you even can do it, you have to. It's just like a 1.5 second wind up time. You shoot a skill shot. And if you miss, nothing happens. If you hit an enemy hero, they get rooted, and then it kind of spreads out like Malfurion's Entangling Roots and can root other nearby enemy heroes. But it's only for like 1.5 seconds, I think. It might have changed since then. I don't know. In the PTR, I'm not sure. I haven't checked. But it's not that powerful. It's a little bit, it's better than Entangling Roots, but at the same time, there's a skill shot involved and it's slow. So is it better than Entangling Roots? And it's an alt that has a really long cooldown. So I think either lower the cooldown or I think it should, maybe if it entangles the first target and then it spreads to other targets, the targets who are already, if it roots other targets, then the targets that are already rooted will get rooted again. Does that make sense? It'll keep rooting people, keep them rooted until no new heroes have been rooted. I think I made sense there. I hope I made sense there. But yeah, so that is my feedback with that alt. I feel like it looks really cool. It doesn't seem like it has the impact that it should have. But again, only 5 games under my belt, so who knows, right? So yeah, the trait, ending with the trait, again, not the most interesting trait. It's kind of straightforward. It's like Illidan's a bit. So I was hoping for something like, I always like the creative, like crazy stuff. Well, not too crazy. If you get too crazy, then it gets out of hand, but you know what I mean? But then again, it synergizes with the rest of his stuff. Everything kind of has pretty long cooldowns, so you kind of get punished if you don't land your spells, and you get extremely rewarded if you do land your spells consistently. So this skill ceiling it's really like, if you lose hard. If you win hard. He's that kind of character. So again, my final notes: he is fun to play. He seems kind of bland on paper, but he is fun to play, and I really did enjoy him. I'm glad we have Mephisto. We just one more primeval left. We got Baal, Lord of Destruction. So whenever he comes out, but yeah. So I think that's basically it. Oh, there was a Reddit thread talking about his appearance. Actually, I'm going to comment on this. I thought maybe I should. So I somewhat agree. His appearance is like, actually everything but his face. Everything's perfect but his face. His face is quite a bit different from his original D2 counterpart. And that he has these. My biggest beef is the tusks. Kind of looks like a mustache coming out of his face, and then he's kind of got like this. It's supposed to be kind of like a skull with flesh that has been recently peeled off, like a red skull almost, a fleshy skull face ish. I would say is my best description. but his face looks more almost like a mask, I guess. He got these slit eyes and stuff like that. A lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's people that didn't like it. I think mostly Diablo 2 people. They're very strong and adamant about things. But then again, I'd say, well, I'm not really surprised because, one, they updated the model, and it does look really cool. He's got like these runes that appear behind him too when he does stuff. And if you look closely at the concept art, there's a Thal rune and an Ort rune in that rune circle, which is, again, these runes from Diablo 2 that you could put in socketed items. So it's not like they aren't paying attention. They're putting a lot of love and care. They are updating the look is what they're doing. And so some people, they don't like change or whatever. Personally, I think a little bit of an in between would go a long way. I think the skull, scary face is Diablo like. Is that ugly kind of medieval, gothic, scary demon look. But at the same time, Cassia doesn't look like fully like 100% like the Amazon D2. And Zool, not 100% in D2 as well, like they updated the looks, and that's the way it happens, and that's cool too, because you get like kind of a different version. I do wish they had classic looks. They kind of do, but not fully. Actually, doing the most classic look for Diablo 2 characters, the Amazon skin for Nova actually looks the most classic. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Mephisto. I kind of rambled on there at the end. He is fun to play. I do like the way he looks. I do kind of agree, though, with the face. I would kind of like to see that a little bit adjusted. But overall, I mean, Heroes of Storm has done such a great job with these characters and the abilities. And something I really, really like. I like how they're really pushing, they're trying to push the skill limit. And they're trying different ways to do it. They're being really innovative with a lot of these characters. And they have a whole dev team that experiments on these things, and they're going to make the best decisions possible. They have a whole team behind it doing it, 24/7 basically. It's their job. But we as a community can give our feedback, and sometimes that's usually the best product as the devs and the community work together and we make awesome stuff. But yeah, Blizzard, thanks so much for Mephisto. He's really fun to play. Guys, check him out on the PTR. And subscribe if you haven't already. And, of course, click that join button. Check it out at least. It doesn't obviously charge you right away. Just check it out. See if you want to help us out. We really do appreciate it if you do. There has been a lot of people that have, like through Patreon and stuff like that. This is kind of a new feature that I would like to try. And welcome to the new subscribers. Hope you like this channel. We do cartoons every Saturday, and we do some other stuff like this video, speed animation. Hope you're enjoying the speed animation. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I think that was it. Let me just check my notes. I think I got everything. You can leave now if you want. I'm just gonna keep talking. I did wish he was support. I'm a little sad about that. But yeah, I think that's it. I have nothing else to say. I'm pretty sure that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but yeah, Gamescom was great. Germany's great. Second time I've been there, and I'm gonna stop rambling. See you guys later. Bye.